Plenty of setups to test, plenty of lap time to find. Welcome to practice. It's great to have you with us.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so go and give them a try.
Hey Siri.
Alrighty, I am back for another stream on. Wait. Alright, back for another stream on F1 26, round 16 for the Aston Martin career mode around Madrid. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't really know the track very well at all.
Let's get a few laps under our
gonna go
belt.
out, do a few laps, try and get up to a decent sort of speed, and then go from there. Like, I don't even know where the pit entry is. What the world? uphill, braking to the right-hander. And flat right. Fast downhill left. And this is all flat. So, wait, no. Downhill. Right-hander starts here. Holy.
Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 32.7.
Then downhill. Go to the right side of the track that you came. Uphill, right-hander. This is all flat. Downhill right-hander. Braking, turning early. Same thing here. Yeah. So we've got to apex a bit later though.
Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Alright. Oh my god, this wheel is crazy. You could probably hear it. So the car is a little unstable in combined entry and low speed. So when you're turning into the corner, as you're...
Forget about Michelangelo.
I have no idea what you just said. One sec. The text-to-speech is terrible. It's all
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
muffled and everything. Oh yeah, the challenge. Let me see. Oh, do a 129 or better, Suzuka. Here, I actually have a video.
2020 Japan.
It's an old video. See if I can find it. of a league race I did around there. Hopefully you can post links in the chat, because if I can, that's what I'll do. Okay. I just made a post on YouTube. It should show the lap I did around there. Skip this. Not. Let's just hop straight into the racetrack. It makes you start so far back. For a second, I forgot what part of the track I was in. Okay, yeah, that makes so much more sense. Try and hug that wall. Shit. No, I meant to restart the program, not that.
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Now, what'd you think? flat, not have brakes. Oh, fuck. Like, I'm learning the track, but it's taking some time. Because I have to make references. So, like there, I think the breaking point's just before the bridge. And of course, all this is flat. Going downhill braking. Turning in slightly too early there. And they're braking slightly too late. Before the bridge is the braking point. Actually, more like at the bridge. Aim for the wall there. The wall here. I don't want that air that overtake me, but not through here because I imagine they're going to be super slow for this game. Brake at the bridge. There we go. All flat. Downhill braking. Aim for the wall. Wait. That's much better. Rear stepping out a little bit. Good in third. Turning. A bit too late. Aim for the wall. Going late. Picking that up to the right. Fuck.
Did you see the Spanish GP?
Yeah, I did. It was great to see Lewis win again and get his first for Ferrari. Okay. Go back to the garage. But, yeah, I mean, looks like for the first time this year, Ferrari had the pace to win a race on merit, which is pretty good. A bit of a shame for...
Historic
We've had to
GP.
spend time repairing
Yeah,
the damage
exactly.
to the car.
But yeah, a bit of a shame for Leclerc and for Kimi, but at least with Kimi's retirement, it does make the championship a little more interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what things look like once Ferrari start to bring some engine upgrades now that they've got it. So skip that. I'm going to lower the rear. And we'll do ERS. Other one's quality, yeah, so we'll do ERS. Flying lap as well. I have low expectations for this race director. What's the fastest time? 31. What am I doing? 36 is yeah. Quite some way off. See, finding the turning point for that right hander is tricky. Please get off of that racing line, buddy. Idiot. Okay, yeah, that was silly. The curb hooks the car quite aggressively. Not in a way that unsettles it, but it just catches you out sometimes with track limits. Yeah, like that, it's tricky. play a small gap. It was a good lap. Up until the last 40 seconds. Like here, you have to brake so early and turn in so early. And then here, you can brake slightly later than you think. Not doing it. Just make me going. Nope. This track is tricky. I'll learn it for sure, but it's harder to learn in these cars because you have to do so much lift and coast that your references change based on the state of your battery. Like through here, relatively easy, right? Just take as much curve as possible. But through here it gets trickier, right? Like that corner, for example, it's so easy to cut. Here turning super early. Here turning later. Lift. This is good so far. Alright, into the skin. Uphill braking. See, he's all on the fucking racing line, dude. so frustrating. Like, what are the AI doing around here? So you can cut down a lot. So like there you have to aim for the wall. The curve just, sometimes it rotates the car, the other times it just like forces the car to understeer. So I think you almost have to avoid it. Or take it much later. Like there, I turned in too early.
What do you think of this job?
Oh, what an idiot, man. Oh my god. There's like 4 corners I can never get right. Or I can never get them right consistently. And it's supposed to be a semi-wet race, as in like it's gonna rain at the end. Under normal circumstances, that would be validated, but I'm not going to question it.
Program complete.
That
A
was
job well
so
done.
much better.
We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
So much better. Now I am gaining 1.3 seconds in the first sector, losing 1.1 in the middle, and then losing 1.6 in the final. It's just mind-blowing. That's going to create chaos in the race, that's for sure. Wait, how much? Really? That's insane. Okay, I won't question it. What's... Oh my god, my wheel's acting stupid. So through here, flat. Flat.
Do you like this track?
It is fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Get out the AI's way. And to here, you're like taking as much curve as you can. AI is slowing up for whatever reason. And then here you turn in early. And then here you turn in as late as you can. Because it tightens up massively in the exit. And through here, it's a later turn in. You're almost like aiming for the wall, but like as late as you can. And through here, super early turn in. Otherwise, you just understeer and lose the rear. And I've got to start setting up this lap. And I've cut the corner. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. I think to some extent I screwed myself over by driving slowly. Like I slipped out of the groove. But I do want to have some tire life for the start of the lap. Okay. And then it's Kimmy behind, isn't it? Russell. See, if I'm not like completely locked in, I'll forget what part of the track I'm at. Like earlier, I completely forgot I was going through the last 2 corners.
And the track is so bad.
Shits. Forgot. I needed to turn in later. There's 2 things I need to figure out. This final sector. Like this corner, sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong, but it doesn't punish you too much. Same with this corner, it doesn't punish you too hard for getting it wrong, because it's such a short exit afterwards. But this, right here, like I have to get used to just turning in super late, just because it tightens up. It is fun though, I mean it's a fun track to drive. It's very fast and flowing. So I think all of the hate it got initially is undeserved. I'm just gonna avoid that curve entirely. Oh my god. Turning late. Better. Bit deep. Early.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
I'm lacking pace. Definitely lacking pace. Some slower than science. I'm not using enough battery, that's for sure. Let me try this one more time. Been driving this track for 50 minutes. Still not quite where I need to be. Going early. Going early. Going late. You didn't see that. Okay, early. And then wow. That's the first time I've invalidated like that. I'm driving pretty horribly right now, I'm not gonna lie. But it is an interesting challenge. Yeah, must have been the win. I probably won't have time to do the race, so I might save that for later. But just learning the track is like there I went in too early. Like had I been deploying energy and going at full speed, I for sure would have ended up in the wall. And there I went in too late. Okay, let's go. I'm charging so much battery, like
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I
it's an
can take you through the
improvement,
numbers.
which is nice, but final corner wasn't great. And definitely not using the battery the best at all, really. Huh. What tires did I use the most? Because you generally hand over your most worn sets. I think I'll stop it there. Just in the interest of time, because I've got work later today. And I need to make sure I have everything I need for that. But depending on when I get off, because it is a Sunday, it should end earlier. I'll probably do a stream, maybe around 10:30 during the race. Because it is a fun track to drive. So I just need time to... Actually, let me retire from the session. Can go on to FP2.
What an incredible practice session that was. But
Yeah,
the fun
30.7.
doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend
My
unfolds.
teammate do 32.8, but that's on hards. I reckon there is at least like a second I could find in the lap. Through battery and through just driving better. I will say, here I'll show what I do next, upgrade-wise. Unless Alonso's already looking to do it. No, he's focused on tire wear. I want to do this major weight reduction upgrade. Get it in time for Singapore, hopefully. And then got engine upgrade coming for Singapore. That for... Yeah, so we'd have a big upgrade coming for Singapore then. Singapore's a strong track for me and a weak one for the AI, so that should be a win. Baku, no idea. We'll see. If I were a betting man, I would say a win here is probably not going to happen. Probably won't happen at Baku. Every other track I think I could win at. We'll see about Vegas. Okay, yep. I'll check and see what you said. And then I will end the stream and come back later. Oh, just, okay, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, about 8 hours from now? Yeah, 9 hours from now. Probably continue this, but... yeah, it is a really fun track to drive, I can't lie. Like, it's a good hot lapping track, similar to Qatar, similar to Monaco. Very different in terms of, like, the driving challenge, but just fun to crank out hot laps and go through some of the high-speed sections, close to the walls, high commitment, that sort of thing. So, yeah.